Hi everyone, Sandy here. I am going to try out a new toy that I got with my Christmas gift. I got a gift card from Michael's. So let's open this thing up and see what it looks like. Yeah, after Christmas, Michael's was having, I think it was 30% off of any regular priced item. And so I used my gift card and the 30% off, and I basically got this for free. Alright, came out pretty simply. I don't know if you all have seen these. I've seen them, they've been around, they're not new. Actually a little dirt on here. That's not good. So it's pretty little. They have a bigger one as well. That's how you open it up. And then you slide the paper down in here to punch it. So it's pretty straightforward. And I think these you use to use like a left justification for your paper, depending on what size you're going for. So I'm going to read the book, and then I'll cut some papers and we'll try it out. And I picked up 2 of these gold ones, and I thought I might make maybe a little mini book. These are 12 inches long, so I'm thinking if I cut it to 6, then I can make like a 6, maybe a 6 by 6 little journal, or maybe I'll do 9 by 6, something like that. I read through the instructions and they're pretty straightforward. So let me walk you through it. So this guide here, you pull this out, and depending on if your paper size, if it ends on a whole inch or a half inch, then you put it on A. And if your paper is, say, 8 1/4 inch, then you would put it on B. And then C is 3/8 and 7/8. So if your paper is 8 7/8, for example. And that way, the whole distance at the beginning of the paper and the end of the paper will line up and be the same. So I did one little test here. So this is 8.5 wide. So I put it on A, and you can see the distance here and here is the same. So let me show you what you do. So I'm going to do it on this side. So you slide it in all the way, so where it's flush up, there's this little groove right here. You see that where it goes up? You want to make sure the paper is pushed all the way in there and up against the blue alignment guide. And then you just press, and then you don't need this anymore. So you can put that away. And then this little blue thing here, you put that in the second to the last hole. And this is an alignment pen, and then you push it down. And that way, when you press your next round, it keeps it all evenly spaced. So it's not the last hole, it's the second to the last hole that you've punched. And you push that down, and then you press. And it's as easy as that. So what I have done, and then I want to try out this chipboard as well. So this chipboard piece is 9 inches, so I can leave it on A. And I want to see how it does with this chipboard. I don't remember how thick this chipboard is, so we'll give it a go. I had to put a lot of weight onto that. Oh, but it cut it nicely. And so then I go to the second to the last hole, push that down, and push. second to the last hole. And with this mini cinch, you only get the square holes. There's a newer mini cinch where you can change out the whole shape. They have little cartridges that they sell separately. But I thought I would start with this to see if I even like it. So then the thing that you do is you'll take your paper. What I've done is I've cut out this little art book that I'm going to do. So I have, this is 5.5 by 8.5, and then I have a bunch of mixed media. I have 20 pages there, and then I have my back cover. And before I punch the front and back cover, I'm going to go ahead and decorate these and then punch them. So I'll come back at a later time and do the binding and the cinching on the back. But essentially what you do is you just take your paper. So you start with the papers first, and you put this. So you want every loop to rest over this, and I guess I could start it at the end here. You make sure there's a loop over every one of these little pegs, and then you put your paper on there through the little hole like that, however long your paper is. And then you stack all your papers, and then you do your cover, and then you'll put your cover on, and then you put your back cover on, but you put it on backwards so that the front cover and the outside of the back cover are facing each other. So then once you have all that the way you want it, then you pull it off, and then you bring it back here, and you set it in this little cinch right here, this little cradle, and you just kind of hold it in there, and then when you push down, this will press and it will fold these over close to that. And then you'll have your little book, and then you just clip off the extra, like I would clip it right here, and then I'd have that left over. So it's pretty easy to use. The directions were very clear, and I'm going to make my first little art journal. I thought this might be fun to have and just kind of piddle around in 2024. And maybe what I'll do is maybe it'll be kind of like an idea journal is what I'll use it for. So yeah, so I really like this. Thanks for watching this unboxing, and it's pretty simple to use. I like it, and I think I'll probably make some of these for my patrons. I don't know, if maybe February or March. And so, yeah, it cut this pretty easily. It was, I had to put a little bit of pressure. And you can punch multiple papers at once. Here, I'll do a couple of these because I can go ahead and punch the holes on these. I'm going to try 2 pages on this, or 3 pages, and see how it does. Yeah, that's okay. So 3 of these is not gonna work, so let's try 2 of these. Yeah, this is a pretty heavy mixed media. Okay, so I cut 2. Perfect. And then I don't need that anymore. So depending on the thickness of your paper will determine how many you can punch at a time. And I think the bigger cinch, they have a big one, it can do more pages at once. So if it's something that you really want to get into, then you might want to go with the bigger one. Okay. it's not a super clean. I might have to do one page at a time since it's so thick. Because it's not a super clean punch. Yeah, this is pretty thick, so I might have to do just one page at a time. All right, well, I'm going to keep punching these holes, and thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.